In the very beginning, before there was anything we know, there was only darkness and a deep, profound silence. Well, nothing moved. Nothing grew. The world waited, empty and formless. Then, a voice broke through the stillness. It was the voice of God. He spoke, and with a single powerful word, light flooded into existence. God looked at this beautiful new light and saw that it was good. He gave it a name, calling it day. The remaining darkness he called night. This gentle rhythm of light and darkness marked the end of the first day and the start of a brand new story. On the second day, God continued his work of bringing order to the vast emptiness. He spoke again, and a great expanse formed, like a beautiful arching dome. This expanse, which he called sky, gently separated the waters. Some waters rested above the sky, and some settled below. On the third day, God commanded the waters below to gather into one place, and dry ground appeared. He named the dry ground land and the gathered waters seas. But the land was not to remain bare. God spoke once more, and life began to sprout. Small plants and mighty trees grew tall, bearing fruit with seeds inside. The fourth day brought brilliant lights to the heavens. God created the sun to govern the day, the moon to rule the night, and scattered countless stars. These lights would mark seasons, days, and years. On the fifth day, the world burst forth with life. Birds filled the sky, and creatures great and small swam the waters. On the sixth day, God turned to the land he had formed. His voice called forth living creatures to roam the earth. Cattle began to graze in green pastures, and wild animals of every kind appeared in forests and plains. As his final and most special act of creation, God formed a human being. He shaped a man from the dust of the ground. Then he breathed his own breath of life into him, and the man, Adam, opened his eyes. God saw all that he had made, and he knew it was very good. God knew that this beautiful world needed a caretaker. He planted a special garden in Eden, with every tree pleasing to the eye and good for food. A river flowed through the garden and divided into 4 great rivers. God placed Adam there to work it and take care of it. It was a place of peace, a place where Adam could walk and talk with God. However, God saw that something was missing. It was not good for the man to be alone. So while Adam was in a deep sleep, God took one of his ribs and with the same loving care formed a woman. When Adam saw her, he recognized a companion perfectly suited for him. He named her Eve. Together, they lived without shame or fear, enjoying closeness with God and each other. In the midst, God gave one instruction and a single boundary. They could eat freely from any tree, but not from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God warned that on the day they ate from it, they would surely begin to die. One day, a cunning serpent twisted God's words, planting doubt. It suggested God held back something good, promising wisdom. Eve listened and chose. She took the fruit and ate it. She gave some to Adam and he ate. In that moment, everything changed. Their innocence was lost and shame set in. After their choice, Adam and Eve were sent out of Eden. Life became struggle, work became hard, and pain entered their story. Yet God showed mercy, clothing their shame. They had 2 sons, Cain, a farmer, Abel, a shepherd. Both brought offerings to God. God looked with favor on Abel, but not on Cain. God warned Cain, "Sin crouches at your door. Do what is right." Cain ignored the warning and killed his brother. The earth cried out. Cain was cursed to wander, yet God marked him for protection. As people multiplied, the world filled with violence and corruption. But Noah walked with God. God commanded an ark, and Noah obeyed. The ark floated for many months. Noah's family waited, trusting God. The rain stopped, a wind blew, and the waters receded. The ark came to rest. A raven went out, then a dove, returning with an olive leaf. When the ground was dry, they came out. Noah gave thanks, God promised never again to destroy all life by flood, setting the rainbow as a sign. In time, people built a great city and a tower to make a name for themselves. God confused their language. Unable to understand, they scattered across the earth. In Ur lived Abram and his wife Sarai, settled among relatives. God called Abram to leave country, people, and family, and go to the land he would show. God promised to bless him, make his name great, and bless all peoples through him. Abram obeyed, journeyed to Canaan, and called on the name of the Lord. A severe famine forced Abram to Egypt. Fearing for his life, Abram deceived. Pharaoh took Sarai. God afflicted his house. Pharaoh rebuked Abram, returned Sarai, and sent them away. Abram returned and called on the Lord again. Years passed. Ishmael grew. God reaffirmed his covenant and deepened it. Abram became Abraham, father of a multitude. Sarai became Sarah. God promised a son by Sarah, Isaac. Abraham marveled and worshipped. Abraham obeyed immediately, marking his household as God's own. The Lord visited. Sarah would bear a son within the year. Is anything too hard for the Lord? Later, Abraham told King Abimelech that Sarah was his sister. God intervened in a dream. Abimelech returned Sarah and rebuked Abraham. Abraham prayed, and God healed the king's household. Life moved in tension between faith and fear, promise and reality. Abraham was not perfect. He kept returning to God and learned to trust. They clung to a promise that seemed impossible. It begins with the creation of the world and narrows to one man's journey, his faith a seed of a nation, a blessing for all humanity. The tale is far from over. It has only just begun. You know, the tale is far from over. It has only just begun.